He gets to the top quarter of the defense, not ready for it, and that's two.
And now Ottawa going for the Hail Mary play. 99 with a double tap.
This one is a screamer from Too Fast.
See how UNC last game, but for LSU, this is a heartbreaker. Now John, a beautiful angle. Are you kidding me?
Hello and welcome back to the CCA Summer Series Playoffs. I'm your host, Ryan, and joined once again by Hunted and Samail. We just went all the way to Game 5 there in our first matchup between UIC and the Rowan Professors, but now we are going into OSU Gray versus Durham. And guys, this is our very first time that we are seeing a Division I team going up against a Division II team. So I got to ask you guys some questions on that one. And Hunted, I'm going to start with you here. OSU Gray being the Division I team, they got 10th place in league play. How do you think that's going to affect them in today's matchup? Because their overall performance throughout league play really wasn't all that stellar.
Well, yeah, I think it comes down to the matchups, right? I think that, they had an unfortunate league play, yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're not going to perform here in the playoffs. I mean, I think they went 3-8, so... like you said, it's not the greatest performance in the league play, but playoffs are a different animal, right? I mean, we just watched that with UIC. We just watched them go from the top team in Division II to a team that got knocked down a peg there against Rowan. So I don't think league play standings are necessarily 100% how we're going to play this out, but I don't know. You just never know. I think that they can perform when needed.
Yeah, I mean, I think that you can see them perform to an extent, but I mean, my opinion here is that the league play standings are really going to kind of reflect where they might be mentally. Like, they've struggled throughout the whole season, and they're going into this. They have a losing record, and they're going up against a team that has an 8-3 record from Division II that is looking pretty good there in Durham. Which means, Sam, what are your thoughts on this Durham team? Because they did pretty solid in league play there. They ended up in about a third place. They got a game differential of +7, so they did fairly well overall. Only losing out against UIC and two others who escape me at the moment. But just what are your thoughts on these guys?
Honestly, that's exactly what I was looking at. I really like this dynamic that we have for a team that's at near the top of Division II. And, you look at the bracket, you look at what Durham's had to do. They've already had to take down King University to now get to this matchup against Ohio State. I really like the thought of a team that's nearing the top of their division over in Division II, going up against one of those teams that's kind of near the bottom of Division I. So I think if there was ever going to be a matchup to see an upset, like Hunted said, like we just saw in that previous matchup, this is definitely another one of those matches. So it could definitely be upset city tonight if that previous match is any indication moving forward into the second one, especially looking at where these teams shook out in their individual divisions.
Yeah, this just screams promotion relegation vibes, in my opinion. But Sam, I'm going to start with you real quick. What is your prediction for this matchup?
All right, so I want to go upset because we just saw an upset, but I think something's trying to drive me into being wrong again. So I'm going with the top team, or at least the team that came from an upper division here yet again. So I'm going with OSU Gray. No, you know what? I'm completely backing out. I'm going Durham. I'm backing out. I'm going Durham.
So flaky.
Wow.
Hunted, how are you feeling?
Wow. It's like on the ball. Like, he just changed his mind like that. That was quick. I don't know. I kind of like Durham for this matchup. You gave me the question about OSU. I said they could show up, but I think Durham's a good opponent for them. I mean, I think that, like you said, it's kind of promo relegation vibes. Top team from Div 2, bottom team, one of the lower teams from Div 1. And I think Durham just has that momentum coming into it, and I think that they can do a lot here.
Yeah, I'm going to have to side with that momentum there. Plus, last time I voted against Vitali, he proved me wrong. So I'm just going to have to go ahead and give it to him here and hope he proves me right this time. But guys, take it away. Durham sweep here on the desk. Let us know what you think there in Twitch chat. But that's going to do it here for me. Guys, take us into our second series of the night.
Well, thank you, Ryan. We appreciate it. And yeah, it's Ohio State Gray versus Durham College. A pretty good matchup here as Ryan mentioned, Vitali, one of the standout players for this Durham team. and a fellow co-caster of ours throughout various things. I worked an entire CSL season with him, and he's a great guy. Love to see him and his team finding success. Durham College taking on OSU.
I can't work with this. I can't work with this bias that we have right now clearly in the booth. I feel uncomfortable.
You're just going to have to get used to it because you're stuck for at least 3 more series with me, Sam. Vitali's going to score just when we call his name. Vitali comes through 100.
All right, he's looking pretty good so far, so I'll hand it to him there, but that was still a team effort. Wildfire comes in, gets that off the side wall. A juicy rebound out front for Durham College, and they capitalize. It is Vitali. First goal, Durham College. We're looking pretty good, but I'm a little worried that the desk all went the same way again. That makes me think I'm definitely wrong.
Well, we've got a lot of Rocket League to find the answer to that question as Volts, nearly stuck that one in short side. As Shiro going to win that challenge, and that is an easy goal for OSU. The double commit not paying off for Durham. It's 1-1.
No, you called it. The win there for Shiro. Usually the 50-50, it is a 50-50, but 2 players on the other side. I'm not sure how that math checks out. But with the win for Shiro, it is a easy, wide open net for Ohio State Gray. Double commits are killer, and that'll definitely do it. Good pass there coming out center as Ohio State looking for more here. They're generating offense, and they're going to find it.
That they will. It looked like there was an opportunity for a block, but again, it's the double commit. I'm not quite sure what the comms are like right now for Durham, but it can't be good. That's 2 double commits in the first 40 seconds here of game number 1. And it's going to cost them twice. As OSU Gray twice on the board now, 2-1, 4:15 to go. Maybe another, that one just wide. This has been a fast-paced start to game 1. We haven't really even gotten to introduce the teams yet, as Volts might even make an effort here. That's just wide. Wildfire's going to score. Never mind. We're not going to introduce the team, Sam. They're just going to continue to play. It's 2-2.
No, they're doing a great job of introducing themselves, as we've seen goals on both sides. 2 now apiece, as it is Durham College and Wildfire. They strike back and get this back to a tie game. So this is clearly going to be a goal-scoring affair if this first game is any indication of it. And I'm okay with that. I like goals. I really don't care as an analyst how we get there. Let's just get as many possible goals as we can.
This one down in front, Vitali just wide with the shot. Shiro's going to rotate forward and clear. Today, again, a very fast start to game number 1. 2-2 the score line. Let's he'll be able to play that one. Bolts the pass down. Shiro no challenge. Ali unable to make the play. That's down out in front. Wildfire will clear it to the corner. Isom able to play it towards Johnlitz. Good catch out of the corner, and Bolts will be able to clear it onward. And slowing down a little bit after this first minute. Both teams still looking for that space. This is up high. Shiro's there. Drops it down. That's no problem for Wildfire, and the transition is on. Here's Volts. Back wall. Vitali can't get there in time. As now back the other way. OSU come. And so out of the corner. Shiro rotating forward, but Volts no problem. As this actually might be dangerous if Shiro can get that on goal. It's just a bit wide. There's a couple of good opportunities for OSU Gray. They just haven't quite been able to find the touch to send it home.
But the idea is definitely there, especially with these midfield pushes. I think this is a battle for that mid-control right now. Whichever team can find that will start to find those touches. We're definitely seeing defensive play. 2 players rotating all the way back around, waiting for that next touch from the opponent. That leads to this back-and-forth play that we're seeing.
Here's Vitali out of the sidewall. I'm going to grab that back boost to Shiro. Useless there. Wildfire looking for Volts, doesn't get the touch on it. It'll still be Volts. Now down to Vitali, fires and scores. 3-2 for Durham.
And a real good cycle there as finally Durham starts to get something going yet again. as all three players were cycling down low in the corner there. Ends up being Vitali with that final push, but really could have been anyone with the way that they were cycling out. Just a matter of time at that point with beating the defenders to the ball so many times. And now off the kickoff, Wildfire with a clean win, has time and space, plus the boost. Gets a gimme goal there for Durham. That is definitely one for Ohio State to want back, but they're not going to get it. It counts.
Not too often do you see someone win that push-through kickoff like Wildfire did right there. Able to score it. Make it a 4-2 game in favor of Durham. It's now Vitali. Pick it by Lysholm. We'll be able to do it. Pass down. Volt scores. Beauty. 5-2.
You got to love the individual play, too. Vitali had some room, gets it past one, and now he's got Shiro guessing as well. When you get that beat there past one defender and you still have the ball, that means it's going to be just as hard for that second defender to make a play. Fantastic heads-up pass there from Vitali, and just like that, Durham have extended their lead, really starting to run away with this game, but still some chance here for Ohio State. There's time on the board, and with the way that goals have been falling, 7 now in this series, would not be surprised to see Ohio State get some more.
7 goals in the series, 5 of them for Durham, just the 2 for Ohio State, as that one's going to go over the head of Johnlitz. Volts trying to track it down. Vitali rotating. Volts, good pass back to Wildfire. He wasn't quite ready for it, though. This one's going to bounce up. Here's Johnlitz to Shiro. No touch. Volts will collect. Time continues to tick by. 65 seconds. Volts off the ceiling. Back wall down. Vitali. Dribbler. Can't make it in time. Vitali look for that hat trick here. Have to try again with 55 seconds left to go. Shiro, great move by Volts. Has time. Sends it out in front. Fires. Just wide. Wildfire helping it out there. And stay 5-2. Opportunities for OSU Gray. They can't get it done.
Yeah, right now they are still looking for that goal to really get them back going here, as Durham, I believe that was at least 3 straight, maybe 4 straight from Durham to get them to this point, as Ohio State, the offense has dried up even with the 8 shots on the board, and it's turned into whichever team can really go into the corners and just dig that ball out better, because we're seeing Durham College, they are absolutely just dominating on that side of the field. Every time the ball goes down to the corner, it seems like it's Durham College that comes away with it.
4 seconds. Game number 1. Durham College walking away with the victory. Final score, well, hold on. There we go. Final score 5-2 in favor of the white side. And again, a very good performance to start out this series for Durham. You look at the stats on the board here. 5 goals, but the offense being spread around, and that's what I love about this team. Everybody's so willing to get up in the play, able to make those plays when they need to. You never really see that hesitation from the Durham side, and OSU has obviously had a bit of trouble with that.
Yeah, and it's up to OSU to find the ball, like I said, when it's down in their end and get that ball just cleared out. If you're going to allow Durham to beat you multiple 50 wins in the corner, eventually you're going to run out of boost and it's going to lead to a goal. And I think we really saw that with Durham for really many of their late goals. It felt very close in the first couple of minutes. Ohio State was right there. We had that slugfest. We were going back and forth. But then I really think Durham just sort of put their foot down and started to pick up the pace. And like I said, the way that they were grinding down low to just control the ball, make sure that they're always getting those challenges, Ohio State did not have a response. So for Ohio State, find that clear at the very least. You know that Durham's going to start working you over in that side, looking for those passes off the wall. There were a couple really good passes from Durham out of the corner, right out center. For Ohio State, get control of that ball and get that ball out. Buy yourself some time. That's the starter right now. They were having real trouble late in that game doing that.
We'll see if they can turn things around heading into game 2. 5 minutes on the clock. Certainly agree. It seems like Ohio State need to find some more possession. That's a good quick shot. Shiro will follow it up. Bolt's able to make that play as well. 2 quick shots early on for OSU. Might be a third if Johnlitz is fast here. This is reminiscent to game number 1 with how quick this has started. Bolts will score, and it's Durham on the board first yet again.
And I do like how Ohio State came out looking for offense, got 2 quick shots, but too much offense there as they cannot get back on that transition shot coming from Durham. Durham just stave off that early attack and fight back immediately to get a goal early, and they will be looking for more. I tell you, when a team can find goals with the offensive cycle and find goals on transition, that is absolutely deadly, and that spells bad news here for Ohio State.
It's a 1-0 game now. OSU in the hole yet again. It's the first minute. Looking to tick by here. Gonna create some opportunities out of the corner. John, he finds an opening, but he just goes high with it off the corner. Lisholm still looking to push it down. He has Shiro there, but Wildfire over the top. He'll clear it out and onward. Close one there. It looked like Durham had things under control. A little bit of a sneaky shot there from John Litz. Barely hit the mark, but he couldn't quite make it work. So it stays 1-0. Now Lisholm, quick shot, barred down, beauty, 1-1.
What a shot from Lisholm. That pass coming out center, and the attack on the ball, no challenge, and a perfect placement there for Lisholm. Ohio State, they have not had many chances in this game, but that is a fantastic shot when they do get the opportunity. Coming through, they get the game tied up. I was about to talk about how they're still having some trouble, but this is looking good now. This is the start of getting themselves back in this series. It all starts with getting into this game, and they've done it there with that goal.
1-1 scoreline now as Vitali looks to change that. The demo opens up the net, but the shot's wide. Bolts on the rebound. It'll be saved away by John Litz and Shiro up in the air to clear it on. Close play. Durham now again looking to push some offense. Back the other way, OSU. Touch from Wildfire. Vitali's going to take the boost, but the bounce will leave him in no man's land for the moment. Though he's able to get back to it now after the touch from Wildfire. We play into the zone. Good steal from Volts. That'll be blocked away, and no challenge from Wildfire. Pretty clear for OSU, as now Durham bit on the back foot after that last goal. They're looking to change that, though. That is a great challenge. What a play from Wildfire. Instant punish. It's 2-1.
And we are seeing Ohio State still be very patient on defense, almost too patient, where I think there is space for Durham to step up through mid. That play started with a dribble play with a lot of room at mid and eventually leads to a step up from Wildfire. I think that the space is definitely there for Durham. Even with Ohio State getting that tying goal, it feels like if Durham can just pick up their pace just a little bit, they'll start to control this game yet again.
We've got the tie-breaking goal right now with 2:15 to go, and they're looking for more now as Wildfire. Oh, that's no touch from Lisholm, but Shiro's there, able to make the play. Vitali's going to keep it in. Bolts with the demo on the backside. The respawning defender will get there, and what a touch from Wildfire. We have seen a couple of highlight reel goals in this game. There's another.
Oh my, almost no space to work with. Yes, Shiro in his way, and John does what he can, but it's not enough. 2 defenders back there for Ohio State, but it doesn't matter as Wildfire makes the play and gets that 2-goal lead for Durham College. What a fantastic effort there from Wildfire.
Soft touch. All that was needed to go bar down as Lisholm. Good play. That's just high. Bolts will get there. And now the net is wide open. Nobody home for OSU. Wildfire's got to be quick down to Bolts. Fire. Save made. Lisholm comes across the goal mouth, makes the play. Not out of the woods yet, though, as OSU, as Bolts will keep it in. But Lisholm, a beauty of a save to keep it 3-1. And he will at least try to get the ball back to mid. Can't quite do it. Vitali takes it away. Can't go under Shiro. This is a slow dribbler towards the net. With 1:15 to go, still 2. Needed by OSU to send us to OT. They're going to have to play from their own zone here, Sam.
And they're still looking for more offense. 1 goal just not enough. I don't care who you're facing. One goal just almost never going to be enough. It's a good shot, though. Redirect coming up over top. Vitally to the side and into the corner. Just that pace of play. You see, you got to challenge that. You're down 2 goals. It's under a minute. Push on this play. You've got to go right now.
There's Bolts. He'll score. Durham taking a 3-goal lead now with 44 to go, as this is just a good pass. Wildfire challenging John Litz, forcing him into one of those tough positions. It'll be Volts to finish it off. 2 goals, a save, and 5 shots for him. Wildfire also coming in with 2 goals and assists in his name. And Durham really taking it to OSU. 4-1 scoreline, 30 seconds to go, game 2. That's going to be Shiro just trying to generate some late offense here. They need to put something in the net now if they want a chance. But with the way things are going, it looks like they're going to have to try to pull out the reverse sweep. This is up in the air. Good cutoff there from Wildfire. That's going to do it. Game number 2 over to Durham College. They take a commanding 2-0 lead, and they look to shut down this OSU great team.
And shutdown really is a great word to use, Hunted, because we've seen that. We've seen Durham get these leads and then never look back. They just don't relinquish it. It's another 3-goal victory. 5-2, I believe, in game 1, 4-1 here in game number 2. So no matter what, Durham are putting up the goals, and they're also keeping Ohio State at bay. I don't know that this is necessarily the Ohio State team that is playing at their best. I think that the players, even just seeing the limited amount they've played so far in this series, I feel that they can give more out there. I really do. So for Durham College, got to continue that gameplay, keep your game plan intact. But for Ohio State, be more definitive in your decision-making and your gameplay. You're on comms, I know you are, and sometimes it felt like they weren't, and that's a problem. When it looks visually like there are players who are stepping over each other and having issues there, then, of course, that's going to lead to the gameplay on the field not working out how you want. So for Ohio State, they have to play confidently and definitively and just step up, just start making plays. Force Durham to beat you, because Durham right now are taking advantage of the space on the field that Ohio State are affording them.
And I feel like Shiro is one of those players that's in a position similar to what Gary was in last series with Rowan, in that he is one of the veteran players for this OSU team. He's got that CRL Fall Contender tag title, whatever you want to call it, and he has been one of the players that has made a difference for OSU over the years. I just feel like he hasn't been able to find the space he's been looking for. It just seems like he has been shut out of these games by Durham College. And now with the upper bracket on the line, Lissom, the double touch. Oh, Vitali just gets a piece of it to make the save. That was nearly a highlight on the reel of Lissom there. But Vitali's going to take it away, keep it 0-0 early on in game 3.
And, I don't have to say it. I don't got to tell you to say that's the exact start that Ohio State were looking for. That was some massive saves made from Durham College. They're 2 back-to-back to keep this scoreless. Right out the gate, Ohio State finds some of that offense they've been looking for. Unfortunately, though, it does not lead to a goal.
4-12. Game 3, John Litz just wide in transition. This will be popped up. Vitali able to make the challenge. Here's Shiro. This one comes down straight towards John Litz, towards the net. Good save from Bolts. Follow-up rebound well wide from Lissom there. And out of trouble goes Durham yet again without conceding. 3:45 still remaining. Game number 3. Playing out of the Ohio State territory at the moment is now Bolts. Side wall, looking for a helping hand. Not going to find any from his teammates there, but Wildfire winning the challenge. It's going to keep things moving. Vitali going to rotate forward. Has Shiro to beat. He's by him. Can't get around John Litz. What a challenge. Able to keep that one away. Vitali threatening. It'll stay 0-0.
That was a really good push, like you said. That challenge, especially with the attacker trying to get around the defender. He had rotated his car in a way to try and squeak that ball by. It was a real confident challenge there from John. as we play on, seeing that first minute for Ohio State, the way it went, not getting that goal despite the chance, and things sort of settling down right now, Hunted. This feels like that game where if Ohio State can't get that first goal to get that lead, then I don't know that they're going to get it done in this series. The next goal is so, so important.
Must be a perfect time. This might be it. It is. John Litz will finish it off. Lissom on the assist. It's 1-0.
Oh, and we've all been there. There's Volts, gets the corner of the goal, and as soon as you run into that, you are in so much trouble. You turn your car into a football trying to get reset there, and it's probably one again that Durham would want to have back, but it doesn't matter. Ohio State, they get it done. They do get that first goal. I talked about how important it is. They have it. Now, can they keep this lead? Can they play with confidence now that they have it?
You know what we call that, what Volts just did, right, Sam?
I could say a lot of things right now. Most of it would be very rude. I'll just let you finish it.
We call that the Noob Slayer.
Oh my, that's pretty rough.
Fortunate for Volts, but he'll be able to make this play. And now
Volts versus Hunted 1v1 after this. You guys heard it.
Oh man.
Good luck, my man.
Well, hey, he's got to win the series first. This one, Shiro down in front, good play from Wildfire. He won nothing still for OSU. 2 minutes left to go. That's Lissom to collect. Now out of the corner, around Vitali. 5 Volts as well. Wildfire last back. Got to get there quickly as Shiro's pressing. Be able to play it onward. John Litz, though, keeping it in. Lissom off the ceiling. Solid touchdown to Volts, and they're clear. Only for the moment as OSU continue to press the attack. Trying to hang on to this 1-goal lead, send us into a game 4. As Durham haven't really been able to generate much here in game 3, and wonder if there was any words exchanged by the OSU team in between games 2 and 3. They're playing a lot more aggressive towards the enemy side as just Durham's been locked in their own zone.
And I think once they got that goal, they have now understood that they can hang back and force Durham to now make a play. That's what that first goal does for you. It's just so big to be able to get it, especially when these two teams are playing so close. So I think for Ohio State, we even saw a difference once they got that goal. They're waiting back. They're going to force Durham to push up the field and gain every single inch as it's defense now here on out for Ohio State.
Ollie has to cut across, make the play. Still Shiro keeping it going. Durham locked in their own zone. John Litz up high, Wildfire. Shiro's going to cut it off. Lissom's there looking for the securing goal. John Litz won't be able to put the touch on net, but time continues to tick. 20 seconds. Now as Volts up in the air, he'll get to it. Does he have another touch? It's right down to Vitali, but he can't put it on net. Now Wildfire's got to do something. Shiro beats him to it. Volts up in the air, touches it down, but only to John Litz. 3 seconds left. Vitali, Lissom shoots. Wildfire keeps it alive. Volts is still there. It's up in the air. Can Wildfire make this work? Shiro will make the save. Still Volts there. Towards the net.
No way!
Vitali scores! Durham make it work, and we're tied. We're going to OT.
I got the shades on. I think we're going back to cams. No, we're not. We're going to overtime off the play there. Vitali gets the finisher, but it is all 3 players for Durham into the play. The 0-second goal. Don't look away just yet. Durham may still get this sweep.
Pass, Volts with the cut. Now he's in transition. Has Vitali with him. The pass over. Shot going to be a bit wide there now as Wildfire rotates forward. Shiro, this is out in front. Dangerous. No touch from John Litz. Volts will keep it in. Vitali there, looking for the angle. Well wide. They'll be Lissom to carry it forward. No boost in his tank. Some help from John Litz to play it into the white half. Now Volts has Vitali lurking through midfield. Lissom the cut of the pass. Still, nobody there for the follow-up, and now here comes Durham in transition. Shiro last back. Back wall, Shiro gonna kill it for the moment. John Litz comes in support. Wildfire will rotate and keep things going. Durham gonna back off for now, trying to make sure they play this defensive game. Nobody wanting to make that mistake right now. To end this game prematurely.
Ohio State looks shook right now. They really do. They got to get a goal quick. They're starting to falter, and they need that goal to just move forward in this series. Feels like, though, that things are tilting against them. Now ball coming out over across the goal mouth. Not there for Durham, but they are still looking for more. Finally, though, for Ohio State, thankfully, they do get this clear.
Now Shiro trying to set up the offense. That's over the head. Here comes John. That's a lot of time and space, but he gives the ball away. Bolt's able to win the challenge. He's looking for Vitali for the clear. They'll connect. Now Lissholm just able to touch it into his own corner. Shiro with control. It's to the midfield line. Now Johnlitz will push it in. Bolts, solid touch. Here comes the transition. Bolts with Vitali. Over to Vitali, but Johnlitz just able to get there to cut the pass. Wildfire, a crazy challenge. Shiro's going to win it. This is down. Johnlitz scores. We're going to game 4.
Now, you called out the challenge. He was third man there. He dives in. I'm not sure if that play was really needed. Probably could have shadowed. Does not matter, though. We wipe it all away as we go into game number 4. Ohio State, they nearly get swept. It takes a 0-second goal to get us to overtime from Durham. But Ohio State, they find a way to stay in this here. So close, Hunted. But in the end, they do get it done, and we're going to game 4.
Game 4 on the horizon indeed, and it was a very close one. Again, it really looked like Durham had what it took in that overtime to finally finish this series out. But the resilience from Ohio State, keeping everything away while they could, they finally found their opportunity with that questionable challenge from Wildfire in midfield, and they didn't look back on it. You know, it doesn't matter how the rest of the overtime went if you're the team who scores that goal, and that's exactly what Ohio State did. And again, it really felt like after that 0-second goal that Durham was going to finish it out. But now I feel like the momentum is at least shifted a little bit towards Ohio State.
A little bit. I still think they got to come out and get that goal again like they did in this game. Remember that even though Durham had that late 0-second goal to get to overtime, we saw Ohio State get that goal, and we saw what that meant for them. They could play a little bit more defensively, and I don't know that the execution from Durham is there to really put Ohio State back. So if Ohio State can come out yet again and try to find that first goal, I really do think that's going to put them in a good position here. For Durham, they got to start to try and make plays themselves. Make Ohio State uncomfortable. Don't let them wait back like that. Durham has the speed, I think. We saw some connections from them in the previous games that really highlighted some good skill. So right now, it's just about utilizing that at the team level.
Speed has been the name of the game for Durham throughout the series. OSU finally up to the task there in game 3 as Lissholm looks to start the scoring. Shiro was there too. The Bolt's able to make the play. It'll keep out for now. 30 seconds gone. Game number 4. Another must-win game for Ohio State if they wish to stay in the upper part of the bracket. Unless he'll keep this in the corner. Oh, misplay shot just wide. Thought that might have posted in. Johnlitz just unable to put that one far post. Now Shiro try to wheel and deal out of the corner. Bolts will turn him away. Johnlitz keeping possession. This is great possession right now from OSU. Just trying to force Durham out of position. Shiro will do it. OSU get the goal. It took a while, Sam. It took how many shots is that? My goodness, 7 shots, but they get it done.
Yeah, and you know, even that coming from John there, that's a shot up over top. It doesn't require a save, but when there's that whiff like that, that pressure that we see from Ohio State there, eventually you're going to find a goal, and they do off the rebound. It felt like it would be one of those rebound goals because all 3 players for Ohio State really getting involved here, and they have really pushed Durham back. This doesn't look good actually for Durham. With Durham giving up that game there and keeping this series going, honestly, they're starting to look really off right now. I don't know what's going on with some of the teams tonight and how things have gone back and forth. Durham don't look the same at all now.
Ooh,
so,
but
well, I'll talk bad about them enough until they score. That's the plan.
Well, it's a quick transition play, and you can tell OSU a little bit too confident in their challenges at midfield. Both Shiro and Johnlitz pushed up, ready for Lissholm to win that challenge. Unfortunately, for the OSU team, Vitali comes away with it, and Bolts will finish it off. It's the 1-1 game.
You know, John actually hit that back towards his goal there. That was kind of rough, actually, because he really created that offense. Usually you're not trying to create offense for the other team. Usually.
It's the way of the bounces here in Rocket League. Here's an opportunity. Vitali off the demo. One player to beat, but Lissholm up to the challenge. Great play from him. Whip from John Litz. Bolts lobs it towards, not enough to beat Shiro. Still, the offense is humming here for Durham. As now Wildfire towards the cage. John Litz down to Shiro. Great block from Bolts. Vitali up in the air. That's weakly towards the net. And it will be cleared away. OSU going to survive the first flurry of offense here from Durham in Game 4.
And Durham still pushing, looking for more right now. As we're seeing challenges, almost always a player into the air for Durham, getting these balls, getting these challenges like you see right there. And when it's not a teammate, it's one player pushing up and making something happen. That's a double on defense. It's going to give Bolts a chance. He'll wait back. And again, they rotate out. That's the one thing I think for Durham is they can keep up this pressure instead of having to rotate back out. They did it right there, and they're continuing to press Ohio State back.
2:05 to go. Game number 4. It's finally Shiro's going to find a clear. But it's right back into Vitali's hands. He'll push it into the zone. Trying to chase this one down. Grabs the boost, but John Litz comes away with the ball. Solid challenge from Wildfire at midfield. Keeps it in for the moment. But now Shiro back the other way. Solid touch around Vitali. Might be able to do this himself. That's just up high. Lissholm scores. What a play. Sensational from Shiro. And it's 2-1.
Unbelievable. You should not be able to do what Shiro just did in threes. It just shouldn't be possible. We see the dribbles being attempted from Ohio State. Sometimes you don't have time to do that, but Shiro proved that he has just enough space to make it happen right there. What a play to set up Lissholm and Ohio State with that individual effort. They have restored their lead. Now they're looking for more.
1-goal game, as you mentioned. 80 seconds left on the clock. Durham needs a goal to force overtime. Could be an opportunity. Lissholm last back, able to read that one well, gets up to it. Buying some time for his team. Shiro in transition. Lissholm there. Not much of a touch if he got one. Shiro towards the net. Wildfire, he'll keep it out. Bolts and John Litz come together, and it'll stay in the zone. Wildfire now trying to get by the defense. Shiro up for it. Touch just wide. And again, Durham just getting hemmed in their own zone. We've seen this time and again in the past couple of games. They can't get out of their own zone when Ohio State gets in this rotation.
Yeah, Ohio State just smothering right now and playing like they really want to get us to that game number 5. And what a turn of events as well for an Ohio State team that was on the brink of sweep. And now they're potentially going to get us to this game number 5 here. It has been quite the response, and they've done it with defense. Durham College, 9 goals in the first 2 games. They've only scored 2 in the past 2, but that's going to be another, and that will get them tied up. It is Vitali out center off a pass from Bolts. Heads up, what a play.
Vitali again does it for Durham in the final moments of the game. What a pass, what a touch to secure it. And it's 2-2 with 10 seconds left to go in Game 4. Unbelievable sights now. Can Durham finish it off this time? That is the big question. Shiro wanted a last-second opportunity, doesn't get it, and we're in overtime. Game number 4. Back-to-back OTs between these two teams. Durham came up short in Game 4. Will they win it here? Wildfire was looking. Bolts keeps it in, but Lissholm back to midfield. Shiro there, can't get the touch. Lissholm pops it up. Vitali's the only one back. He'll be able to make the play. Now Bolts might catch John Litz in transition, but Shiro quickly back. Here's Wildfire. No pass across. He'll just keep it in. This is going to be Lissholm out of the corner. Vitali going to rotate forward. Great keep in. John Litz gets taken out as well. Opportunity Durham, but it's just wide. Bolts wants to keep things moving, but Lissholm will clear. Overtime in Game 4, we played 45 action-packed seconds. Next goal could determine whether we end the series here or we go to a Game 5. It has been a back-and-forth game, back-and-forth series as Lissholm just will score off the error, and it's 3-2 final score. Why not? Let's go to Game 5.
Game number 5. Durham College, as they look into this next game, have to be wondering what the heck went wrong. They came out so strong, getting that early 2-0 series lead. They were also pushing in a position to finish it out. They got that late goal in the previous game. They were ready in overtime to just completely close out this series. Ohio State takes it. Same exact situation basically in this game. Durham College, they show the fight yet again to get us to overtime. But Ohio State, they've proven that if it's going to go to overtime, they're going to find a way to get it done off the back of 15 shots there. So just pummeling the defense of Durham. It's only 3 goals, but it's enough. We're going to Game 5.
2 great series to start the night for us here at the College Carball Association. We hope that that you all are having as much fun as we are. I know that it has been quite the action-packed games, and the fact that we've gone to 2 OTs back-to-back between these two teams is honestly a bit surprising with how the first 2 games went, with Durham showing up the way that they did. But I really... You know, even though it's been 2 kind of heartbreaking games for Durham back-to-back here, you've got to hand it to them for their resolve to keep things going, to never give up. I mean, they scored a 0-second goal and then a 10-second goal in back-to-back games to force OT, and you just love to see that fight out of them.
Yeah, but now it's really about keeping up that same sort of heart, right? They've had back-breaking losses when they could close out the series, and now they've got to get it done in Game 5. So for Durham, if they've got that fight, they really need to show it here. If I'm Ohio State, though, I'm feeling pretty good, and I'm coming out quick in this game.
Wildfire towards the net. Johnlet's just able to make the save. Holds into the corner. That's a weird bounce. Lissholm pulled him. Shiro was able to make the play. Now Johnlet's towards the net. Nobody home. That's in. OSU on the board, 1-0.
It's a pass there. Shiro able to collect this ball over to the side, and that quick pass out center. We had 2 members there from Durham College actually connect. They bump into one another, but got to highlight that pass as well. As soon as that ball met the wall, there was Shiro to put it right back out center, and that's going to throw off any defense. That type of speed there. Ohio State start strong, and Durham College yet again will have to play from behind.
Now here's Bolts quickly, but he gets taken out. Lissholm doing his work on defense with Tolly trying to finesse his way home. Quite do it. Now Wildfire off the ceiling. Doesn't get the touch. Johnlet's will clear. Getting bumped from Bolts. Vitali will play it back in. Minute gone. Game number 5. OSU in the lead. 1-0. Durham. Watch their series lead evaporate in 2 back-to-back overtime games. I think if you are the white side, you want to avoid OT at all costs, but you've got to score a goal to at least tie it up now. As Volt's down to Vitali. Lissholm's going to take that one away. Wildfire quickly on. Shiro was last back, just able to make the touch to buy some time. As now Volt's actually finding a little bit of an opening there. Played out of the corner. Wildfire, great pass to Vitali, but it's just a bit too far. Can't quite get it on net, as now Shiro with the clear. 3:15 to go.
And that's the kind of pass that we are going to have to see from Durham. Oh, we need to get back on that. John just... Not John, but the defender can't get back. I got to say, for Durham, they just don't look like they're connecting as a team right now. That's a goal from all the way deep down in Ohio State's zone. You just can't give up that type of goal, and I think it really highlights for Durham how they're having trouble working as a team, figuring out where to be, when to press, how to keep this play moving, and Ohio State are just able to wait back and just capitalize on mistakes that are made. Still a lot of time, but the momentum right now really just feels like it's in Ohio State's favor. That's a good pass out center, though. Won't get it done.
Bolt's just missing it. Trying to get underneath those defenders. That's a good pass right to Vitali. Fires off the crossbar. Wildfire up for it. Another shot score. Durham will connect on that one. It's this laser beam from Vitali that sets it up.
Yeah, especially with it going bar down like that. Lissom goes up, tries to get a piece of it, can't connect. And when it goes bar down, all bets are off at that point. It's just into the air and an open opportunity for Wildfire, who does cash in. Good pressure there from Durham off a really strong shot. If you can force defenders into awkward positions like that through your accuracy, good things will happen. We saw it there from Durham, and they are now back within one.
At halftime as well. 1-goal game, certainly manageable for Durham, but still they find themselves down. Vitali's going to take this one. Good bump onto Lissom. Good pass to Volts. That one's just a bit wide. Rebound to Wildfire, but it will be cleared away. Johnlitz going to get a piece of it, as now Volts is up in the air. Wildfire jumping way early at that ball, won't be able to get to it. This could be dangerous. Vitali needs to find the touch, gets it out towards Volts. And it feels like Durham, they've got good things happening, but maybe a couple of quick plays as Vitali whiffs. That one just wide, just high for Volts as well. And the accuracy hurting them now. It stays 2-1.
Yeah, maybe a little too much finesse attempted there for Durham. They had two glorious chances, neither able to get through, and honestly, you've got to be able to put at least one of those shots on net and force a save. Both up and over, and it is a 1-goal game still. Durham have had the chances. They're just not finding that final touch, and now a save is needed. Wildfire does get over. That final execution sometimes teams just struggle with, and that's definitely what we're seeing right now for Durham, but don't count them out yet. It's still very, very close.
Giro just high. Johnlitz on the rebound will score. And it's back to a 2-goal game, 3-1 for OSU. Will that be the dagger of Game 5? There's 1 minute, 2 seconds to find out.
And I have to also highlight how few goals Durham have scored since those first 2 wins. If you're only putting up 1 goal a game, that is just not going to get it done. And it all starts with the defense of Ohio State Gray. They have started defense out. They are sitting back and forcing Durham to make a play. Durham have had open opportunities and have not made those plays. I do not blame Ohio State for this strategy, and it is paying off so far in this crucial Game 5. Another step up, going to get it done. John puts the ball on 4-1 now for Ohio State. The scoring at opportunistic times continues as they get another.
And that's Johnlitz' 4th of the game. 4 goals on 5 shots for Johnlitz. And that might as well just put this one in the books. That'll fall in front. 30 seconds left to go. Wildfire not giving up on the play. Back wall, Vitali, fire score. 2 goals needed, 26 to go.
And I like the aggression. You maybe wouldn't call that out earlier in the series because of how aggressive it is, but you've got Volts down low. He's doing work trying to bump the defender. You've got the pass coming through, and then you've got Vitali pushing full send forward, knowing they've got to get goals. Durham needs goals bad right now. They're going to continue with the offense. They got another chance off of the kickoff. Good block coming up over top. Can Wildfire get there? He does, but the shot not on, and Volts will get blocked. That was the chance for Durham. It will not fall. And Ohio State in a great position now to take this series.
And that shot from Johnlitz just wide, 6 seconds to go. Lissom will roll home another one. And that will make it 5-2 now in favor of OSU. A reverse sweep in the books now for Ohio State. And a heartbreaker of a series for Durham. It looked like they had it wrapped up in multiple games. A goal in overtime in Game 3, a goal in overtime in Game 4 would force this game number 5. Durham cannot make it work. They will drop down into the lower bracket. Ohio State sneak away with a 5-game series.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but apparently whatever we're calling tonight, that is not what's going to happen. So next series, I want you guys to go first, and I'm going to say the exact opposite. That way, somebody's got to be right. But I tell you, Durham, they were making us look pretty good in those first couple of games. They came out real strong. 5 goals in the first game, 4 goals in the second. It looked like they were en route to an easy sweep. And then all of a sudden, Ohio State just clamped down on defense. I think I'm right. In the last 3 games, I think Durham only got 4 goals. Ryan might be able to help me out a little bit there. But Ryan, we saw that offense for Durham just dry up. And Ohio State, they found their game as that game went on.
Around for OSU there, and Durham, I started wanting to shed a tear when I saw us go into Game 5 because it's just not what we were hoping for based on our picks, obviously. But OSU definitely turning things around mid-series. You have to kind of wonder what was going on in their comms between games 2 and 3 and kind of what kind of pep talk they had to bring them up to this point. And so I kind of want to break things down a little bit with y'all. And Sam, I do agree with you. Let's just not pick in the next one, because then nobody can be wrong.
No. I said it. You guys are picking. I'm going the opposite. I'm feeling pretty good about that. So
all right, we'll go ahead with that plan. But I got to ask you guys some questions. And Sam, I'm going to start with you. Where did things start to fall apart here for Durham? Because they were just moving and grooving through games 1 and 2, picking up 9 goals to 3 compared to OSU. Just what happened?
Well, I mean, like I said, I think over on the OSU side, they started to play back. And when a team's going to play back like that, you are forced to make plays. You have open touches on the ball. You got to make something happen from it. We weren't necessarily seeing the passes. So you've got kind of 2 options. You can pass out to your teammate if you've got that control, or you can try to just stay with the ball yourself. We weren't necessarily seeing that. So I think execution is the name of the game when it comes down to those moments where you need that one goal. And we saw that in each of those games. We needed that one goal on the other side coming from Durham, and they just didn't get it. So there were moments that could have completely changed the entire series for Durham, and you've got to find that execution in those moments. They had multiple overtimes. Yes, they got those late goals, and that's great, but you got to get that final goal to just put you over the hump, and I don't think the execution was there. So for Durham, just do the same thing, but next time just a little bit better on some of those shots, and it could have gone a completely different way, honestly.
Yeah, and I mean, Durham bringing it down to the wire, games 3 and 4, forcing the overtime at the last possible second in most cases. I mean, one was a 0 second, one was in the last 20 seconds. So they definitely did a good job of forcing that, but they just could not quite close the deal when they would get into that overtime. And so Hunted, moving over to OSU, this was a great move for them. Definitely a good way to kind of catapult them into the rest of the playoffs. How do you see things playing out for these guys moving forward? Because a reverse sweep is a big deal. That is going to give you so much confidence going into your next one.
Yeah, I think they'll have some confidence, sure, but I think they need to go back and figure out what exactly changed for them that allowed them to have so much space on the field in Game 3. I think that was kind of the key moment. I talked about Shiro early on in Game 2, how we didn't see a lot from him. He didn't really have a lot of time and space in the first 2 games, and it showed because they weren't able to generate any kind of offense. And I like to, if I was the coach of OSU or if I was, an analyst or whatever for that team, I would really look at Game 3 and see what changed, what allowed them to have so much space on the field. And I do think Shiro played a big part in that.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with you in that one. Trying to kind of capitalize on that space and awareness that you have there. But we are going to go into our picks now for who our big kahuna was for the series. And Sam, I'm going to give you the honors first. Who was it for you?
The big kahuna of the series. I like the way that you put that there. Definitely. So I mean, I kind of look, that's a tough one for me on this one. I have to say it's one of the toughest choices I think that I've had. I like Vitaly. It seems like we were coming through Or no, I'm sorry, OSU. Why am I picking someone for Durham? Why would I? Why would
If you think he was the best, by all means, man.
No. I'm not going. You got to be outstanding to get the pick on the losing side. So I'm not. I'm not going
one-man
there.
army over there.
I know, right? I think Hunted's going to say maybe Shiro. I don't know. I'm going John. It seemed like every time there was something good happening, we were mentioning John. He was getting in. He was making plays. I'm going John. We were calling his name out a lot.
Well, back to one of the casters who was watching the actual match, apparently. I
can't see anything in these.
John did have a great performance in Game 5. I think we called it out. He had 4 of the 5 goals that they scored in Game 5, and that is something to celebrate in your own right. But again, I mentioned Shiro. I think Shiro was a big proponent to that offense, and once he found the space that he needed, he was able to propel his team to a victory. And for that, again, I think you deserve the MVP.
See, I got to go with who I feel is contributing throughout the whole series. I felt like Shiro did that a bit better than John. And again, I want to pick the person who performs, especially in a Game 5 match where you have to close it out. I want to pick John for that, but I like going with the guy who's consistent throughout the whole series. I felt like Shiro did a bit better job of holding that consistency here for OSU. Great. But guys, let us know what you think there in chat on who your big kahuna of the match was. But we do have a couple things I want to share with you real quick. We do have a giveaway going on currently. You can't get drops, but you can get a giveaway. So do !point giveaway there in chat and follow that Gleam link. All you have to do is go, give us a follow, check out a page or two, and boom, you will be entered for your giveaway, which is going to be a voucher for $75 over on our website to get some merch. And you can use that to get yourself a jacket. You can buy some stickers. You can buy a mug. Whatever suits your fancy, you're able to go purchase it over there with that voucher. So be sure to do !point giveaway and go enter for your chance to win on that. And then also, speaking of trying to win things, we are trying to win the Esports Award for the Collegiate Esports. And we have been nominated. We are now a finalist for the Esports Award. So it would mean the world to us if we could get your vote moving into this. Do !point vote there in chat, or follow that link there on your screen. And be sure to toss his vote. And then also while you're there, give Musty Cow a vote as well. He is there for the Content Creator Award. Show the Rocket League scene some love. That would be greatly appreciated from all of us here. And if you're gonna watch this stuff, you obviously care a lot. So hopefully you'll go give us some support and Musty some support as well. But guys, that's going to do it here for series number 2. We're going to be right back after a short break with our 3rd series of the night.
All right, he's looking pretty good so far, so I'll hand it to him there. But that was still a team effort. Wildfire comes in, gets that off the side wall. A juicy...
Not paying off for Durham. It's 1-1.
No, you called it. The win there for Shiro. Usually the 50-50, it is a 50-50, but 2 players on the other.
It looked like there was an opportunity for a block, but again, it's the double come in. I'm not quite sure what the comms are like right now for Durham, but it can't be good. It's just going to continue to play. It's 2-2.
Oh, they're doing a great job of introducing themselves, as we've seen goals on both sides. 2 now apiece, as it is Durham College and a real good cycle there as finally Durham starts to get something going yet again, as all 3 players were cycling down low in the corner there. Ends up being vitally, has time and space, plus the boost, gets a gimme goal there for Durham. That is definitely one for Ohio State to want back, but they're not going to get it. It counts.
On the board first yet again.
And I do like how Ohio State came out looking for offense, got 2 quick shots, but too much offense there as they cannot get... What a shot from Lissum. That pass coming out center, and the attack on the ball, no challenge, and a perfect placement there.
Instant punish, it's 2-1.
And we are seeing Ohio State still be very patient on defense, almost too patient, where I think there is space for Durham to step up.
3-goal lead now with 44 to go, as this is just a good pass. Wildfire challenging John Litz, forcing him into one of those tough shit off. Lissom on the assist. It's 1-0.
Oh, and we've all been there. There's Volts, gets the corner of the goal, and as soon as you run into that, you are in so much trouble.
Make it work, and we're tied. We're going to OT.
I got the shades on. I think we're going back to cams. No, we're not. We're going to overtime off the play challenge. He was third man there. He dives in. I'm not sure if that play was really needed. Probably could have shadowed. Does not matter, though. We wipe it all away as we go into game.
It took a while, Sam. It took how many shots is that? My goodness, 7 shots, but they get it done.
Yeah, and you know, even that coming from John there, that's a shot.
Sensational from Shiro, and it's 2-1.
Unbelievable. You should not be able to do what Shiro just did in threes. It just shouldn't. He's going to be another, and that will get them tied up. It is Vitali out center off a pass from Volts. Heads up. What a play.
Vitali again does it for Durham. Error, and it's 3-2 final score. Why not? Let's go to game 5.
Game number 5. Durham College as they look into this next hill. It's a pass there. Shiro able to collect this ball over the side, and that quick pass out center. We had 2 members there from Durham College actually connect. They bump it.
And it's this laser beam from Vitali that sets it up.
Yeah, especially with it going bar down like that. Lisson goes up, tries to get a piece of it, can't connect, and when it goes bar down. And I like the aggression. You maybe wouldn't call that out earlier in the series because of how aggressive it is. But you've got Bolts down low. He's doing work trying to bump the defender. You've got the pass coming through.
5-2 now in favor of OSU. A reverse sweep in the books now for Ohio State. And a hard